I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. On October 30th, 2012, Disney bought Lucasfilm, the Star Wars franchise, for $4 billion. Let me preface this by saying that The Mandalorian is easily the greatest creation that we so far have gotten from that $4 billion purchase. The Book of Boba Fett, Episode 5, spoiler warning. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way now. If you have not seen the episode, why are you here? Thank you for clicking on the video, but get out of here, you crazy kid. This most recent episode of the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 5, The Mandalorian, if more than anything else, it taught me more about myself. That quintessentially, not only do I crave anything related to this character, I am essentially addicted to it. I have watched this series faithfully since episode 1. Let me go ahead and say that episode 1 was okay, 2 was kind of weak, 3 was great, 4, the build-up for what we got in 5 was legendary. It's a weird love-hate relationship. This was an absolutely wonderful, legendary episode of The Mandalorian, but it wasn't a very good episode of the Book of Boba Fett. It essentially made me stop caring about the entire plot of the Book of Boba Fett. Of course, we all know that he's fighting to gain the respect of all his fellow leaders of Tatooine to take over the crime syndicate. I don't really care about that anymore. I just want to follow Mando when he goes to see Grogu. Okay, cool. Let's go see him help Boba. But after that, I'd rather continue to follow Mando and Grogu on their adventures. And I honestly don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's like Disney has hypnotized me into having such a passionate influence on their original character that I just have forgotten about some of the original Star Wars characters that made me fall in love with the franchise in the first place. I used to always say that Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Darth Vader were my favorite characters in all of Star Wars. I think it's time that I stop lying to myself and go ahead and admit that Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, is effectively my most loved Star Wars character in existence. RIP to this dude. Him and his lackeys never stood a chance. Seeing the Darksaber be used in combat again didn't have me this excited, not for anything Star Wars related, since Luke Skywalker ignited his green lightsaber against the Dark Troopers. I don't know what draws me to this weapon so passionately. Maybe it's the color. Maybe it's the humming sound it makes when it's ignited. Maybe it's the slashing noise, how it differentiates from any other lightsaber we've ever seen. It's just something so special about it. I also love that they have introduced a storyline within the Darksaber itself that you cannot just pick it up and master it effortlessly. You have to have a clear mind state. You have to have the right motivation. You have to have a fully trained mind to be able to wield it effectively. As we saw at the beginning of the episode, Din Djarin was not able to wield the Darksaber effectively. It was too heavy. It really reminded me of The Legend of Zelda, the Master Sword, Breath of the Wild, where until Link trained his body and his mind to be able to effectively wield it, he was not able to draw it from its pedestal. Where we're then reintroduced to the armory, who then has Din Djarin's leg healed since he accidentally slashes his own leg because the saber is so heavy since he cannot wield it effectively. Then hence starting a retraining process to be able to wield the saber effectively. Beautiful scene, beautiful commentary by the armory and seeing her actually train the Mandalorian and realizing that she is most definitely a better fighter than he is. Then we are introduced to what is most likely going to be the premise of season 3 of The Mandalorian, the rebuilding and restructuring of planet Mandalore as it was destroyed by the Empire. We get a cool scene and seeing how that happened, where the Empire comes and essentially destroys the planet and sends their sect of the Mandalorians to the moon, where most of them died out. but of course some of them survived. Then we have the heavy infantry come in and claim that the sword belongs to his ancestors, where then we have one of the most epic fights that I have ever seen in any form of Star Wars. It was brutal. It was well choreographed. Multiple different forms of combat weaponry was used. They were clearly trying to kill each other, even though they're brothers in arms. It was a beautiful thing to witness, and arguably the greatest fight in the book of Boba Fett that we have seen thus far, which is an insane thing for me to say since it didn't even include the title character himself. Then we are essentially hit with a bombshell when the armory asks the Mandalorian if he has ever removed his helmet, to which he has to reply that he has. And then the armory effectively kicks him out of the Mandalorian sect. I did not see that lasted long at all, but the emotional impact of it was still great. Then we make our return to Tatooine, where Mando meets up with an old friend, his old sweetheart here, where we most definitely see the greatest shipbuilding montage that has ever been put together on screen. Oh my God, this was amazing. And then Fennec Shand shows up and offers Mando a bunch of money to come and help Boba in his plight. All right, sweet dude, but I'll do it for free though. But first, we gotta go see my pal Grogu and see how he's doing. All right, adventure unfolds. So all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with this show, man. So far, at least, it really takes something passionate for me to cut the camera on and talk to you guys about a Disney Plus show. If you noticed, I didn't really talk about Hawkeye at all, and neither did I talk about The Bad Batch, and I hadn't really talked about the Book of Boba Fett at all until now. And it just takes a lot for me to put it into words. Never have been a meh YouTuber. It either needs to be something that I'm super passionate about or something that I really, really hate. Hopefully that makes sense. Hence why I think Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, is better than Boba Fett in every sense, way, and fashion, hence the title of the video. In character development, in storyline, in motivation, just all around, even in outfit. I like his outfit better than Boba's outfit too. Now, I am fully aware that an old school Star Wars fan from the late 70s to early 80s will fight me tooth and nail on that statement. This is a character that they grew up with. This is a character that was surrounded in so much mysterious, algorithmic, passionate filled motivations to say that, hey, you got a job, get it done. No matter who gets hurt, who gets killed, you get the job done. But unfortunately, Boba Fett has been introduced to a wide range of character development, and that is not his motivation anymore. He's looking for more to life than just bounty hunting, like he has said numerous times in the series. He's trying to retire, per se. What the funny thing is, I feel that all of the cool aspects that people fell in love with Boba back in the 80s, they have sank those motivations into The Mandalorian. Hence why I think he is the most popular Star Wars character in existence right now. Maybe other than Grogu. But hey, that's just one man's opinion. At no way, shape, or form am I trying to start a social media war of any sort. Just expressing my own interpretation of what I am seeing on screen. So what I want to know now is, do you feel the same way? Do you enjoy The Mandalorian more than Boba Fett? If you do, explain why. Even though I still feel that I have only just recently became a passionate Star Wars fan, I don't have any claw or gain on anybody that has been following the movies since the late 70s. But I still feel that Star Wars has done so much for me, so much for this channel, so much for my own personal life, that I have to take moments where it does something spectacular and show it the respect that it deserves. And now, in other figure-related news, Black Series, can I get my Fennec Shand figure now, please? I really, really want her. Please. And my Deluxe Boba and my Mayfield. I really need them to add to the shelf. Like, I'm dying here, man. Yep. All right, that's going to do it here for me, man. So if you enjoyed the video, please do me the grandest gesture by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that share button. Y'all know what to do. That always helps the channel grow. You can follow me at youtube.com/MyJake79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, my friends, I will see you guys on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.